als reifa satoiru oili al khile shmoy.
Hello everyone, this is the 7th in the FLIMSY 3 weeks, and today I want to talk about an esoteric topic called the Kinos books. I'm sure everyone has their book that they take to shul to use for Kinos during Tisha B'Av, and I want to talk specifically on the books. And here is my issue. In one of the Kinos that we say on Tisha B'Av morning, it's actually the third in the Ashkenazic liturgy, and the words A'adeh ad Chuk Shamayim, and in the middle of that Kina, the Bala Kina, the author says, Ayuma b'chol shana omeret, hi hashana hazot. It's terrible that every single year I say, this is it. Namely, every year I believe that this is the last Tisha B'Av, which will be spent in mourning and in fasting. And the question is that really true? I mean, it's nice to say that, oh yes, I believe in Mashiach, Ani Mamin, etc., but does that have a tangible, halachic ramification for us? And indeed, I'd like to bring up two issues today that, in my opinion, it does. Number one, Rav Moshe Feinstein, who I'm sure everybody knows, posek par excellence, died in 1986 in America, has a tshuva in which he deals with, and I quote, Bi'ur ha'chiyuv litzpot l'biyat HaMashiach b'chol yom, to explain what it means to look forward to the Mashiach coming each and every day. And he says there that indeed you have to look forward to Mashiach each and every day, tamid, as the Navi Malachi said, and I quote, Asher pitom yavo el heichalo, ha'adon asher atem mevakshim. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, pitom, the gentleman will come. In which Rav Moshe Feinstein understands, B'chol yom she'yavohu pitom. Indeed, it can come any day. Sharei lo yadua shum tam alei hayom me'akodmim. There's no reason why you should come yesterday versus today. Every day is a good day for Mashiach to come. And therefore, he explains, that's why Ribaz, Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai, made a takana that on Pesach, you have to go ahead and on the second day of Pesach, wait till the whole day is over to eat the new wheat. Why? Because Bimheira Yibaneh HaMikdash. Indeed, one day the Beis HaMikdash will be built, and people will say, hey, last year we ate the new Tavua, we ate the new wheat in the morning already. We didn't wait for the Korban HaOmer to be sacrificed in order to eat the new wheat. And therefore he made a takana, the whole day is forbidden because, hey, any year the Beit HaMikdash will be built, and therefore we will bring the Korban HaOmer, and therefore you'd have a big problem if you ate the new wheat before the Korban HaOmer was brought. So as you could see from Rav Moshe Feinstein's words, he believes that waiting for Mashiach to come each and every day is an obligation based on a pasuk in Malachi with a source from the takana, from the enactment of Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai. But it goes further. And now we get to the Kinos books. Rav J.J. Schachter, one of my most beloved teachers, authored a book called The Lord is Righteous in All His Ways. He documented everything that Rav Soloveitchik said on Kinos that he was privileged to hear from him. And indeed, in that book, in his introduction, he writes, when reading this phrase, namely the phrase I started with, Ayuma b'chol shana omeret hi hashana hazot, every year we believe this is it, the Rav would often reminisce about how the Jews in Warsaw would throw away their Kinot books after Tisha B'Av out of belief that it would never again be necessary to use them. No more and no less, they would throw out their Kinos books saying, this is it. And indeed, in the Maimonides school where the Rav was the rabbi, they didn't have hard-covered Kinos books. They had those soft, flimsy ones that ultimately, if you need them, you need them, and if not, very simply, you put them in Shemus, you put them in Knisa, because you won't be needing them again. And it's not just that Rav Soloveitchik reminisced about Warsaw. In the book Piskei Shuvos that I quoted many, many times, here is the book, I have it in front of me, and in this book, he writes that Matzinu, and he quotes the Torah Chaim in the name of the Machane Chaim and others, Ligdol Yisrael, great rabbis, they would leave their Kinos books They would leave their Kinos books in shul every single year. They wouldn't bring them home. Why? Because if you would bring them home with you, what are you in essence saying? It looks like, hey, this year there's Tisha B'Av on the calendar. Next year there will be Tisha B'Av on the calendar, and that is not right. I just want to end with one more tshuva of Rav Moshe Feinstein, and that is about a very interesting issue. Can you make a double monument, matzeva, in the cemetery? So let's say the husband dies, hopefully after 120 years, and the wife wants to be buried next to her husband. So instead of making one monument, she makes a double monument. One, she's going to write down the name of the husband, and the other, she's going to leave barren, and whenever she dies, her children will add in the writing about her. Says Rav Moshe Feinstein, the rabbis are not happy about this. It's not an isser, but it's not a very good thing. Why? Because it so shows like you don't believe in Mashiach going to come. We believe every day that Mashiach is going to come. We're all going to be in Israel. And even those that say that Chiyat HaMetim, the resurrection of the dead, will happen long after Mashiach comes, he won't die here, he'll die there. And therefore, making a double monument outside of Israel, he says, is in essence saying you don't believe that these days will change into better days. So as you could see from 3 examples we said today, 1, Rav Moshe Feinstein saying that you have to believe in Mashiach coming each and every day. It can come pitaom, and that's the reason for the takana of Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai. Number 2, the Kinos books, they should be flimsy and maybe even left in shul. And number 3, not going to make a double monument. Indeed, these are the flimsy 3 weeks.